Orlando Speedworld, round 3, we're live. Jared Deanna, Ryan Sage. Here comes Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Alex Hildebrand. Lighten up those Nitto tires. Both these guys coincidentally on Nitto tire as Vaughn Gittin Jr. sticks it to the wall, gets high, good angle. Alex actually works it up late on the bank, now transitioning into that first front clip, now the second front clip. Nice job by both of them. Alex actually getting a little bit deeper, taking it out as Vaughn Gittin Jr. Look at that. He is riding the rails, riding the lightning and that Monster Energy Nitto tire Mustang. And here we go. Alex leading. Vaughn Gittin Jr. giving chase. Who's going to come out on top? Alex, solid initiation. Vaughn Gittin Jr. tucked into that smoke cloud, getting a taste of his own Nitto tire medicine. Vaughn Gittin Jr. slamming down in that transition. Vaughn going on the inside, so you could see, as we talked about yesterday, that smoke really coming into play. Blinded by the smoke, not by the light. A solid run by both these guys. Slide him left for Alex, slide him right for Vaughn Gittin Jr., Ryan, Andy, and Brian. That's a one more time from Ryan. Andy and Brian. Oh, look, Andy says Alex Hildebrand, and Brian says one more time. They are going at it again. A one more time battle. All right, here we go. Dio Shihara, turn 14 distribution, arc design. Subaru BRZ, nice job on the bank. Yuha Renton tucking in, and look at that door to door. Coming down off the bank in that first front clip. Yuha exploding it as Dio Shihara. He taps it, knocks it over. Was not bumper deep into that front clip, so just tapped it. Treat that like a wall. Kind of cools their core, but only adding as Yuha Renton. Looks like a little fender flare. Oh, and Dio Shihara goes into the wall. Another victim of that wall. We saw a few yesterday as Yuha looks like losing a fender, but Dio Shihara independently going into the wall. Yuha looks like he will finish it out. All right, you have to assume they're going to be sliding left for Yuha and make it official. Yuha Rintanen gets the win. Dio Shihara is knocked out.
You can see these yellow striped lines down the center here. That is the dividing line for both lanes.
Do not cross over those lines until they are completed. The yellow marks on the bank are showing you middle line of the bank as both of them are above it. Here's the first front clip. Vaughn Gittin Jr. narrows in on it as Alex Hildebrand surges forward. Doesn't seem to be as affected by the smoke. Alex does tap that front clip, exploding it off of its base. Vaughn Gittin Jr. dances over the yellow line just a bit, but no longer a definitive zero or deduction. But he calls it a monster because it is a beast. About 1,000 horsepower under the hood of that vehicle. Here we go. Initiating is Alex Hildebrand. Here comes Vaughn Gittin Jr. You can see him surging towards the door of that BMW. Now coming down off that bank, Vaughn with a bit of correction. You see Alex Hildebrand, a correction there from Alex. Now transitioning out to the outer zone. Alex Hildebrand, he dials it in, brings it on home. Oh, and Alex Hildebrand. Oh, wow. What an interesting turn of events. Look, here we go. Slide him left for Alex. Slide him right for Vaughn Gittin Jr. Ryan says, and look at that. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the victory. Running that Safecraft safety equipment. Oh, look at that. Farouk with a big feint entry. Oh, and Farouk all up into the wall's business. But he reinitiates. But that will obviously not salvage that run. Oh, big mistake there by Farouk. Tyler McCory's going to finish out the rest of the course. He'll have an obvious advantage here. The wall claiming another victim, Ryan. Wasn't coming to play. I mean, man. Osbo will lead. And Gray will be giving chase. And away they go. Here we go, Ryan. And Formula J fans around the world. Look at this, truly international. A Scottish driver, lives in Japan. We got a Norwegian driver that's traveling the world. Right now he's traveling up that bank. Nice job dragging it down, slamming it down. A Papadakis Racing operated vehicle. Good transition through. See that big JZX 100 zeroing in on the door of Osbo. Nice job by Gray. There we go, Andrew Gray out front. Osbo giving chase, initiating is Gray. Right there is Osbo. Andrew Gray dropping down off the wall. Osbo, there we go, talking about that middle section. Nice job by the cars right now. Andrew Gray, look at this big gap. Gray scrubbing some speed, putting his car in the right places. Ryan, Andy, and Brian going to the judges. Ryan says Frederick Osbo. Andy says Andrew Gray and Brian. Is it sliding left, or is it going right, or is it going one more time? One more time. So it's a split decision across the board, Ryan. And here we go, Osbo. initiating. Looks very similar and comparable to their first battle. Andrew, great proximity. Look at that banging on the door, that big, oh, but then just as I say that, you saw that, and he just didn't give himself enough room to transition and allow Osbo to transition in front of him. Had to back off to a great degree and cause him to spin out. Gray will lead. Osbo giving chase. There's Gray. Gray pulling away from Osbo. Don't think it's a big issue right now if Osbo wants to get this victory, but look at that. Gray and this Real Street Prepared Power Vehicles Achilles Radial Chaser putting down one heck of a good lead run. This might be a bigger concern for Osbo. Frederick Osbo gets the win. It's unanimous. I think he got handed a little bit of luck there from Andrew Gray spinning. And here is Ing leading through the start chicane. Kyle Mohan. Look at that little hesitation there. You're seeing him just be aggressive there, having to back off and back on throttle. Real hiccuping there. Charles Ing had a good qualifying run yesterday in this vehicle. Look at Mohan surging with those rotaries. Where are my rotary fans at? Make some noise. Kyle Mohan applying the pressure. Nice job by Mohan in that chase position. Seems like he's having an issue there coming off the line, and then okay, so Ing jumping the light quite a bit, knowing he's down in horsepower, and you can see now lacking the angle. So Ing is actually jumping the light in order to potentially accommodate that horsepower difference between him and Mohan, and being very obvious right now, but not only the power, but the angle that Mohan is delivering. And there it is. The day is done for Charles Ing, Achilles Radial. Sogun S14. Testing his wheels there, utilizing the Voodoo 13. Oh, and we're seeing a cone knocked over, but doesn't look like it's going to impede with what transpired here. So Matt Field rips through the course. Robin Ishida, look at that. Gets up to him in the power alley. Matt Field settled, composed, and lighting him up all the way across the finish. Knocking off some of those blisters there on the corner. Here we go, Robin Ishida. Robin Ishida will lead. Matt Field giving chase. Robbie, oh, looks like shutting her down. Unfortunately for Robbie, looks like that will be a wrap for him. Light up, here we go, through that start chicane. Clean start. As Kenny Moen initiates high on the bank, Stoneback. Back a little bit. Kenny maxing out the angle. Stoneback cutting through the Achilles smoke. Both of them tied to that second front clip. Kenny Moen, a little bit more angle. Stoneback keeping a consistent distance between him and Kenny Moen. Here we go, Stoneback. Stoneback leading, initiating. Some wavering, but now getting very settled. As Kenny Moen, look at that. Woo! Riding right next to his tire. Having to back off now. Trying to jump forward. Stoneback, a solid lead run. Kenny Moen just showing some very aggressive moves right now. Make some noise for Kenny Moen and Jeff Stoneback. And going to the judges, Stoneback or Moen. Slide him left for Stoneback, right for Moen. Ryan says, and as does Andy and Brian. Kenny Moen gets the win. Again, as he qualified second, Pat Gooden qualifying 31st. And away they go into that initiation point. The 2JZ under the hood of Ryan Turk firing all cylinders. 1552 bronze wheels. Go around with hand-cooked tires. Oh, Pat Gooden. Good transition. You can see those front wheels just correcting there. But not a bad job given what we've seen from some of these other drivers. But Pat Gooden, this is his home track, him being from here in Orlando. It is Pat Gooden out front. Ryan Turk giving chase. Pat Gooden initiates. You can see that front right wheel. And Pat Gooden and Ryan Turk applying the pressure through the power alley. Oh, Ryan Turk dropping back a bit there as Pat Gooden transitions through. And powering across the finish line for both the drivers. One more time from Ryan Andy, look at that. They're going one more time. They're going at it again, and it's unanimous. Ryan Turk from New Hampshire. Follow his web series, Turked, on Network A. Here we go. Turk with that flick, feint entry. High on the wall, Pat Gooden right there. Let's see how he does here in this transition. We've seen a lot of drivers affected by the smoke. Pat Gooden definitely, that is going to hurt his score and the outcome of this run as Ryan Turk brings it across the finish line. But we've seen when they alternate the order and in that chase position, they are definitely getting blinded by the smoke. That supercharged V8. It's like Pat Gooden on the wall. Ryan Turk. Doesn't seem to me, Ryan, that there's as much smoke coming off Gooden's vehicle as much as Turk put in the face of Gooden. So he was able to navigate that. And it looks like the mistake as Gooden shoots that final course marker off the course. Slide him right for Ryan Turk. Unfortunately, Pat Gooden got turked. And here comes Pat Gooden out front. Drift Paddock, Koenig, Safecraft, Falcon Tires, 350Z. The Falcon Tires on Matt Kaufman's vehicle. Coming down, 959. Another Pacific Northwest driver. Past that second front clip. Pat Mordaunt looking very calm, collected, absolutely just hitting all the marks. Kaufman really gripping up, getting out of the gate. Pat Mordaunt has some catching up to do here as Kaufman some wavering, getting into the wall's business. This machine was built for it. Look at that, getting some battle damage as Pat Mordaunt, look at that. Woo! Nice job by Pat Mordaunt. Almost impeding though. Needs to make sure he has some composure, like the aggressive nature. Nice job. Matt Kaufman is knocked out. Michael Essa, 2013 Formula Drift champion. He won in Palm Beach here 3 years ago, and 3 years ago at Texas Motor Speedway. Here we go, Essa initiates. Look at that. Absolutely rock solid from Michael Essa, but Christos Blus applying the pressure, diving through the smoke. Whoa! Both of them splitting and separating here. Want to see what happened here. Was there contact? Did Christos get bothered by it? Which one of these BMWs is going to progress? Christos Blus initiates. Michael Essa right there. Nice. These guys are out for blood. Good job by Blus. And Essa with a correction. So Essa, an absolute smoke screen from the lead BMW. Alternate the order, but Christos kept it together in that lead position. Slide him left for Christos Blus. Gets the victory. Michael Essa knocked out. We are seeing Forrest Wang lead. Alec Honordale giving chase. Here comes Wang. That big Race Factory wing getting up to the wall. Alec Honordale, you saw him getting to the wall earlier today. Unfortunately, bought him some time with all the wackiness that ensued out here on track. And Alec Honordale, nice job there. Gets aggressive, has to back off a little bit, loses some angle, but Forrest Wang powers through, keeps it consistent all the way through the course. That rear over fender looks like it was a little bit loose, but give it a quick yank, and it looks like it will stick. Here we go, Alec Honordale out front. And as Alec initiates, Forrest Wang right there. This is the second half of this battle as Forrest Wang, man, having to cut through that smoke. As Alec Honordale and his fender and Forrest Wang, slide him left for Alex, slide him right for Wang, and look at this. Will the young Jedi take out the master? And look at that, 2-1, Alec Honordale. He definitely made the highlight reel in a different way, in more ways than one. You know, getting on the podium and losing a couple tires. But here we go. Gonna keep underneath the vehicle. Odi Bakshi lighting him up. Falcon tires. Art Performance, Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Oh, Jeff Jones shutting her down. Having a hard time in the power alley. Struggling to keep up as Odi Bakshi's. Yeah. The Arc Performance, Fuel Suspension, Falcon Tires, Hyundai Genesis. Here we go, the Goosh out front. Oh, we got a full pull. Here we go. It's got a clean start here. Gooshy initiates. Mad Mike with death. The horns are out on Red Bull. Man, Mad Mike with death absolutely applying the pressure. Savage is Mad Mike with death right now. Ken Gooshy keeping it calm though. He knows he's just got to keep it sideways, keep it consistent. But man, Mad Mike with death making his presence felt here in Orlando Speedworld. I would say that's the prettiest.
Well, Jared,
Ryan.
things could not get funkier. They just did. Basically, you cannot change your tires between runs, and the tires need to last 2 laps. So unfortunately for Mad Mike Wadette, he has no alternative here. A competition timeout wouldn't save him, and so he is going to have to bow out of competition.
As we are seeing Chris Forsberg leave the line, and Cameron Moore giving chase. Chris Forsberg initiates, great angle, lighten him up. These guys saw battle against each other in Long Beach. It was a wet scenario. Cameron Moore definitely aggressive as he's from the Pacific Northwest. Forsberg locked and loaded. Cameron Moore right there. Smokes him across the finish line and finishes it out. Taking a look at Chris Forsberg's stats, 79 events overall, 8 wins, 28 podiums, 6 top 4 finishes. And here we go, Cameron Moore initiating into the bank. Cameron Moore, nice on the wall, great angle from Moore. Is he gonna take down Chris Forsberg? Cameron, good transition. Forsberg lunging forward, taking a stab, backing off a bit. Look at Cameron getting settled. Cameron losing a bit of angle, getting up on that yellow line. Nice job by Cameron Moore. Slide him left for Moore, slide him right for Forsberg. And Chris Forsberg unanimously gets the win. Who comes out on top for our final battle of the top 16? Got a clean start through the chicane. Dean, aggressive, look at that. Nice job by Dean Carnage Carney. Great angle from JTP Justin Pollock. Pollock ripping and tearing earlier yesterday, man. Showing up yesterday before qualifying. And look at that, dialed, settled. He is absolutely on rails. Dean falls back a little bit, maintains his angle. No cones hit, we got a clean start. Justin Pollock dropping into formation behind the Viper. Got a battle of animals. Whoa, the wing flying off. Slapping the Mustang in the face. Dean Carnage Carney exploding that back wing. Justin Pollock staying in it as Dean and the Keeley's radials burn across the finish line. Oh, and a rotation. Here we go, slide him left for Dean, slide him right for Pollock. Ryan says Pollock, Andy says Pollock, and Brian says Justin Pollock, JTP, Justin Pollock, and the Roush Performance Falcon Tires, Weld Racing Wheels, Lucas Oil, Ford Mustang advances on.